What's going on, y'all? Look, as you can tell, a bitch just came back from the shop. Look, it had got to the point. I had got my hair washed in a month. Now, usually I get it done every 3 weeks. Last week, what was last week? I could have got it done last week, and I don't know what happened. Shit just fell through. I was doing some other stuff, but I just forgot all about it. It didn't really occur to me like, bitch, you need to get this shit done after looking at myself in these goddamn videos. Like, god damn, bitch, you look like them motherfuckers that don't take care of their shit, and I just don't like doing that. But when your head start itching and it just won't stop, it's time to get that shit done. Because when I didn't have them in my hair, I used to wash my hair like at least every other week, um, because I just needed to. But it just felt good afterwards. I don't like to let dirt and stuff build up in my hands, shit like that. I used to put a lot of grease and stuff in my hand, like, girl, I trying to wash this shit out. But yeah, I went and got this stuff done. And shout out to old boy who did my hair, well, who shampooed my hair. I don't know his name. I've been going to that shop for over 2 months and I still don't know his name. Whoever the fuck it is, shout out to you, because when I say he massaged and scrubbed all the goddamn dirt that was in my hair out, I mean, he got my edges and everything. Like, I'm sitting there about to go to sleep because it just felt like heaven. But shout out to Lockology. But yeah, just a little update. And they coming in nice. And dude said they locking up real good. You know, I think this is April. This about to be my third month. On the 29th of July, this about to be my third month. And, you know, he told me they don't lock fully until like the 6 to 8 months. So far, so good. And, yeah, I'm liking everything. This one of the best decisions I ever made, to go ahead and stick by and to go ahead and do it. Even though it took me a minute to get there, but I got there. If I'm screaming, y'all, I'm so sorry. Um, so let's get into this video. First of all, I hope those who celebrated 4th of July yesterday, I hope y'all had a good holiday. You know, I don't. Okay. Look, I'm one of those people that gotta get technical with it. Like, I didn't grow up celebrating holidays and shit like that, but either way, once you look at your history, you know, America was free 1776, and you know, African Americans were still in bondage. I'm just saying, so who exactly are we celebrating free for? Because niggas weren't free, but the majority of us weren't. I'm just saying, just food for thought. We didn't get free till 1865, barely. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is. I just, you know, no shade to anybody who go ahead and do what you gotta do. I will say this. I appreciate the 4th of July. I appreciate any holiday that I get a day off of work. That's number one. Number two, this, I can't stand 4th of July for the simple fact that the fireworks, people don't know when to stop, okay? I am hot as shit. I just came in and I ain't had air on. So excuse me. I don't like looking greasy on the screen and all that shit. They had the damn fireworks going on in the back of my house from like before it even got dark to way after 1 o'clock. Mind you, they blowing off the lighting up the big ones, okay? The big loud ones. So every time it popped off, my window sounded as if it was gonna bust. So that's mainly why I was still up. Like, god damn, if y'all break my shit, bitch. You know, it is what it is. I'm just hoping everybody had fun and a good time. My leg, oh my god, look at this shit. I rubbed a damn burn. You know, see, I'm so damn sensitive with my legs and with my skin and all that stuff. I touch it, I can bruise my own self up, and this is exactly what I just did. You know, this is mosquito weather, so I was scratching. So instead of trying to scratch, I was rubbing it. And bitch, I rubbed a burn up. Fuck my own leg up. You know, I'm too light-skinned. Literally, I need to get some color on this shit. But, yeah. I hope y'all had a good holiday. I'm just rambling. I hope y'all had a good holiday. And, yeah, your weekend is going great. It's been a tough weekend because, you know, if y'all don't know, my uncle, he passed away in October. His birthday, see, there they go. His birthday is coming up tomorrow, and child, it's just been draining this whole week. You try not to think about stuff, but it just keep popping up, and a whole bunch of stuff just kept popping up, like, damn, he would do this and he would do that, and we'd be doing this, and you know, when Pride came, and then his birthday, and then tomorrow is Black Pride, like, come on. So, yeah, I don't know, y'all. But, he would have been 30 years old. So fucking sad. You try not to think about it, but can't help it. But I'm gonna move on, because I ain't trying to depress folks. But, yeah. Some topics. So, some update on that story about the guy who left the child in the car. Now, you want to say that it was an accident. I don't buy that shit at all. I don't fucking buy it at all, because I was looking at, I was on this Instagram, and Kevin from the Scorpion Show, he posted this thing about it, and they listed all these damn details about how this shit looks like premeditated murder. You and your wife looking up stuff about how long does it take a baby or animal or whatever to die in a hot car. Okay? Then you calling in at the funeral because you wasn't allowed to go, and crying and saying you're sorry and you didn't mean it. And then your wife is standing there with everybody in attendance basically vouching for you and taking up for you. What mother would do that? I don't know no mother, even if it was an accident, that would not harbor any type of negative feelings toward the person, like be fucking angry, like, you should have been paying attention, this is my son. This bitch is looking at the same thing on her work computer and all that stuff. Come to find out he was having or internet, talking to other chicks on the internet or whatever. Now you're saying that they was having trouble in their relationship, and a whole bunch of this stuff is not adding up to be saying that you accidentally forgot. If this was a routine that you took your son to daycare every day, then you would have known. Routine, it gets into you, okay? I don't give a shit. And then you come outside and you was out there texting some other females. That's what the fuck you were fucking doing. Put him in jail and throw away the goddamn key. Matter of fact, just throw him to Gym Pop so they can just tear that ass up. But, and the wife. Do that to the wife, too. Then the update on the dude, the little boy that was missing for 12 days, 11 days in Detroit. Come to find out, like I said, it's fishy, and a whole bunch of shit is coming out now about that. The boy said that the stepmother put him in the basement, and the only time he came up was to get something to eat when he thought that nobody was home. I think it's really much more to it. I think she took that boy, if she really did have a part in it, I think she took him out of the house and put him somewhere else when the cops were searching the house. And you cannot tell me that the father did not know nothing about it. They was looking at the boy's body. He had a old bruise on his body from like a PVC pipe. So that's sign of abuse, because I don't give a fuck. You want to beat your child, and there's a difference between, and I hate when people say you finna get a beating. No, say you finna get a whooping, because when I hear beating, I think you beating them till they pass the fuck out. You literally beating your child, and there's a fucking difference. You can whoop a child, give them a couple of licks or something, you know, maybe 3 or 5 at the most or whatever, depending on the severity of the situation. You can do all that, but beating somebody with a damn pipe, a plastic pipe at that too, I'm not here. I'm not here for that. And for the fact that it'll leave marks. Now, I know when I got whoopings, my mama, you know, depending on how pissed off she is, and like I said, I already said I bruise easily a little bit. Who hasn't had been hit at least once where they skin welted up just a little bit, and then it was gone the next day, okay? But it wasn't ever to the point where that shit was still there the next day. It was open scars and stuff, and you could barely walk. That's a fucking beating, all right? And you put marks on this child. He had old scars on his ass. What the fuck were you doing, okay? And then you trying to act stupid. Throw both their asses in fucking jail and get that boy out their custody. Thank God. Come on now. You can't tell me this shit. Child, I do not care about no Hank and Kendra. I didn't even know their asses were still together. Y'all gotta look at this stuff, because I talked about The View last week. They should just go ahead and cancel that. At the BET Awards, child, y'all seen that video. Look, People was talking about, when Chris Brown came out the BET Awards, he went to a party or whatever, and he got a little drunk, and he had to be what's that? He had to be helped out. I have no problem with him just letting loose. This is like probably his first big thing. So of course I just hope that, it's not a constant thing and it is what it is. I don't see nothing wrong with it because bitch, I know I just got out of jail. I'm finna wild the fuck out for a minute, but then I'm gonna snap right back to reality. This is an event where you have fun. And I only say that because when I go to events, I'm drunk half the time, all the time. Okay, just about every time. Beyonce coming up. Ashley will be drunk as shit. And it's going to be hot outside. So, goddamn, I'm going to have to cool it. But, it is what it is. But I don't look too much in it. And I just hope that, now he has the right people around him. And, he's just stay focused on his music and getting that shit out. And if he with Karrueche, stay focused on her and let her put some good, encouraging words into his mind and he take it in and y'all be good. But don't go out showing your ass and giving the public and the media something to talk about. Also, at the award show, I seen that clip on TMZ. Floyd Mayweather had the nerve to try to talk to Tiny. Tiny was giving them interviews and they was talking to her. He was walking down the carpet. He tried to reach over and grab her. Tiny swerved the shit out of that and just kept on going. He tried at least twice. And she just kept on going like, bitch, fuck you. No, I ain't got time for this. This is not the time. This is not the place. Move the fuck on. We're not good right now, okay? Let that go. But, yeah, that was funny, actually. And speaking of Beyonce and stuff, because, look, I hate talking about this aspect of it. Look, if it ain't got nothing to do with some new music coming out or, some fucked up shit happening on tour, I truly don't care at this point. I got at least 2 weeks until I get there, so I'm saving my excitement for that. But these divorce rumors, stop playing. Stop. If they're rumors, stop believing everything that you hear. TMZ and all these other blogs done ran with the fact that Beyonce changed the words to resentment in one of her recent tours, and she was like, I've been with you for 12 years. First of all, bitch, that does not mean a person is getting divorced. Second of all, y'all do know resentment originally wasn't really her song, okay? She didn't write that, all right? Multiple singers have already sung that shit. I heard the Victoria Beckham version. I think Jasmine Sullivan sung that song too. She just made it her own. And so what if she changed the word? Why would she say 6 if she ain't been in a relationship for 6? She's been in a relationship for 12. She always changes the words. Who gives a fuck? It is what it is. Quit reading so deeply into stuff, until they come out. They can't come out and say they separated. That's when we'll know. Okay? Until then, I don't give a fuck as long as they're together July 24th. I truly don't give a shit. I'm just saying. Moving on. We ain't talking no more about that bitch. But, so, I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but there is a movie. All these movies coming out with, these biopics. Music biopics. And they're doing one for NWA. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be a TV movie or it's going to be, theatrical release, but they're doing one for NWA, and it's a little controversy that's surrounding it because out of all the original members, like Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, and Eazy-E, the only Ice Cube was only able to get his son to play him, a younger version of him. And Dr. Dre's son is not even playing him or whatever. But what really got odd to me was the fact that Eazy-E's son, Lil Eazy-E, is not playing him. And when you look at Lil Eazy-E is Eazy-E. So I just don't understand. And he kind of pissed off. And I would be pissed off too. Mind you, Eazy-E's wife is part of the production and, everything. And I'm just like, so y'all couldn't cast the boy? I mean, he look and sound and act just like him. Like, when I say he looked like a identical replica, he looked like a damn identical replica of his own father. Just like Ice Cube's son do. So I was like, something fishy about that. But it would have really been nice to see him playing there. Maybe maybe they like, we need somebody that can actually act. But then again, we ain't never seen, Ice Cube's son act. And I say that leading into this shit with Bobbi Kristina. Bobbi fucking Kristina tried it. She tried it last week. And I'm going to tell her to get around some people. Y'all need to fucking step in. I don't give a damn if she don't want you to, but I want you to. We want you to, because something is not right. We already know that. Crack fucking kills. It just irks me, the fact that you have all these examples. Your mother passed away from doing drugs. Your dad got into much trouble just from alcoholism, but yet you're still going down that same path. You still going down and continuing to let the pain that you're feeling fester and grow. I'm not here for that shit. So you gonna get pissed off because Miss Angela Jackson, ooh, bitch, no. Angela, see, I was going on the road and I was doing real good and then I fucked up the name. Let's do that again. So you gonna get pissed off because Miss Angela Bassett, what's love got to do with it? You know, a dignified black actress in Hollywood that's highly fucking respected. You gonna get fucking pissed off because she said the reason why she didn't choose you to play your own mother is because you're not an actress. Yeah, you did little spots here and there. You had your little reality show and all that shit, but you're not an actress. And then she went into full detail as to what this craft is and how it needs to be. You know, the scenes need to be portrayed and brought to life fully. The craft needs to be taken seriously. She was not dissing you at all. She was just stating fucking facts. You want to know a reason? There you go. You're not an actress. You're not. And nobody has time to be, you know, doing all this shit, getting you to prepare for this when they only film it on a short time frame. I think they got like 3 weeks or whatever to film. You know, ain't nobody got time for all that. And you take it into your fucking crack fried brain ass mind to fucking get on Twitter and to say some negative. You tweeted 2 damn tweets talking about some wait until I get my Oscar or my Grammy or both and all this shit about Angela Bassett case. I said what? And then said at least I ain't never been mistaken for a man and you got an extra chromosome and the DNA test came back saying that she was a man and all this shit. And I'm like, Bobbi Kristina, coming from somebody who looked like your dad, who is a man, bitch, come on, and not in a cute way. All right, you cannot be sitting here talking shit about somebody who did not disrespect you not one bit. She did not come at you wrong. And even if you did feel some type of way, there are better things and better ways to handle this. And this is why I hate when celebrities get on Twitter and they get on these social networks and they want to put all their fucking business out. And it's like, what do you want? You want fucking attention from the public? Like you think you're going to get support. It's stupid as fuck because all it does is make you look dumb as hell. Okay? You trying to get your footing into this business. You trying to say, hey, I may be Whitney Houston's daughter, but look at what I can do. Don't nobody want to fuck with nobody like that. And you got this sense of entitlement. That's what it is. You think you're entitled. You're not. Why would you want to play your mama at this stage? You're not even all the way there to do that right now. All that shit is so fucking raw for you right now. Why would you even want to do that? They got Yaya DaCosta to play it, and I'm here for that. Because when I looked at the pictures and I looked at them side by side, I was like, okay, yeah, I can see it. But, yeah. Bobbi Kristina, you fucked up for that. You just stay off the motherfucking pipe, bitch. It was just wrong. Moving on from that, we got this shit with Zendaya. She's no longer doing the Aaliyah movie. Basically saying that, it was issues going on with production and everything wasn't together. She's trying to say that it's not because she got a whole bunch of negative release or whatever about it. I don't know what is what. I don't truly care. I'm just glad she's not doing it. Well, actually, I just don't care. You know, at one point, I was like, I just don't see it. But then I got over it because I was like, it is what it is. It's not my choice. But hey, I'm going to still watch it. But now they saying, that they might be getting this girl named Erica Perry. She looks exactly like fucking Aaliyah. She's like the closest I've seen in a minute. Okay? And compared to Zendaya, yeah, she would have been a better choice. Now, I don't know if they're going to get her, and I don't know if she can act, but then again, it's a fucking Lifetime movie, and who knows? Who knows? But, child, they done gave I'm not talking about Felon Bay no more. Anyway, move that on. Is Adele coming out with a new album? Y'all, when Adele come out with her album, y'all better tweet me because Adele is that shit, bitch. Okay. Who is the blonde, not the blonde hair, but the red haired guy, Ed Sheeran or whatever? He got a British accent or something like that. I was listening to him when he was performing on the Philly 4th of July thing last night with Nicki Minaj and Aloe Black and The Roots. He sound real good. And if he has an album out, please put down in the comments what it is, and so I can go find it because I like his voice and I'm about to get it. I love finding new talent. I may be behind, but bitch, I just like the new shit. I'm gonna get it eventually. Um. Oh yes. I don't know if this is true, but I read this story about this woman who lives in the UK, black woman. She has 3 kids, and I'm assuming that her husband is also white or whatever because they look like they mix. And I don't say that because the inmate, the story is so crazy. So she's been having this pen pal correspondence and this somewhat relationship with this inmate that's in a Texas prison. Mind you, she's in the UK. And he proposed to her. Like, she literally flew to Texas to meet him, to talk to him, put money on his books. And that motherfucker proposed to her. Mind you, he's a violent criminal in jail for robbery and all this other stuff. And he proposed to her by giving her a gray little thread or something to put around. Bitch, I was reading this like, you can't be serious. And I don't know if the story is true or not, but I just had to mention it. And basically saying once he get out, she's going to come and live with him in America, in Texas. Mind you, what money and where he going. And I thought once people get out, most time when a prisoner get out, they go to a halfway house. Where's she staying at? But she's going to leave her kids in the UK with their father, basically abandoning her kids for this guy. And he's like, I don't know if he's Hispanic or white, whatever. He ain't black, but it baffles me that a woman can do that over a piece of dick, especially something that can't even really afford you at this moment. And I say it's a good thing that, hey, they got a father in their life that's going to take them, because ain't no telling if she would have brought them kids over, he would have did something to them kids or probably going to do something to her. As long as them kids are safe, I truly don't care because she making the dumbest decision of her life. It's just stupid as fuck. Whew, I'm back, y'all. Okay. Um, hmm. Speaking of NWA, I meant to speak on this last week. When I was doing a video, it actually came up in my news feed, but I didn't know the details about it. Ice-T's grandson, 19-year-old grandson, Elijah Morrow, he's being charged, or maybe be charged with murder, because he was with a friend and he was playing with a gun, and I think the gun was unlicensed or anything, and something like that, and the gun went off, killing a roommate or slash friend or whatever. That's just, what are you playing with a gun for? And if you're gonna play with it, come on, Amanda. Come on, Amanda. Y'all know who Amanda is from Half and Half Nots. It's not funny, but you're too old to know that if you play with something, especially if it's loaded and the safety is not on, and that really don't mean nothing, stuff can happen. So, I mean, I don't know what to say about it. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. This whole thing about the contraception for the women, basically, they was going back and forth as to whether or not the employer should have to pay for, women and their contraceptives over, their religious beliefs and stuff like that. And I think the women got correct me if I'm wrong, women got a win in this. I think it was something out there saying that the employers had to pay for it, or, had to, the government or whatever had to dictate as to what is and who can get what or whatever, and then the women got their say and right to choose what they want to do with their body because it's their body. if I have to, I'm not gonna go details because I don't know all the details. I have to go back and look at it. And if you know about it, the contraception, contraception, put it down in the comments and put your opinions on it. And tell me how you feel about it. Let's open up a discussion on that. Um, oh yes, rest in peace to Mr. Bobby Womack. You know, I forgot to mention Ruby Dee passed away, yeah, a couple of weeks ago, like a week after Maya Angelou. So rest in peace to her. Bobby Womack, they did you wrong at the BET Awards. I'm just saying. But if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. I'm just saying. And his name is Meshach Taylor. I don't know how to say it, but if you know, if you seen him, you seen him on different things, and you also seen him on Designer Women. And I used to watch that faithfully when I was younger. Designer Women, Golden Girls, all of that stuff. But he played the black guy on the show, and he passed away because he lost his battle with cancer. And that is so sad. And, you know, my condolences go out to him and his family. I didn't even know he had cancer. I didn't know he was sick or anything. I just know I haven't heard anything or seen him in a lot of stuff recently. So, there you go. Um, okay, see, I'm trying to go through my Facebook and a whole bunch of stuff is repetitive. Somebody put a whole bunch of crap on my stuff. Like, girl, yeah, something. I'm not trying to be rude, but before y'all put y'all topics down as to what you want me to discuss, please make sure that you watch the last what it is, because 9 out of 10 I discuss most of the stuff that you put on my page. No shade, but I'm just saying because there's a whole bunch of stuff that I discussed in the previous video that's being popped up on my timeline. But cops beating up on women, cops beating up on people in wheelchairs, cops hitting kids. What the? We're not surprised, but it's just fucked up. It's just really fucked up. These are the people that we supposed to put our trust in to protect us, but yet you're fucking us over. That is so sad. Something else that's sad, and I'm not trying to lie. Okay, the girl Keisha Johnson. I didn't even know that was her name, and she is a teenager, and she's 16 years old. She is suing Instagram for $500 million over a photo. Now y'all know what I'm talking about. That photo, that girl with that ponytail going like this. Look, I guess you could sue for anything. You know, I guess she felt embarrassed and stuff like that. But girl, come on now. Shit happens, and just take the notoriety. And if you gonna sue, I mean, you can't really sue Instagram because Instagram ain't the one that put it out there. Somebody else did, you know. But I don't know. Maybe you can. I don't know. But $500 million, girl, stop tripping. Stop tripping. You probably gonna get 50,000 or 5,000. Girl, stop fucking tripping. But moving on from that, this stuff with love and hip hop. First of all, let me get this, because I was on TMZ yesterday. Not yesterday, but actually I think it was Thursday. And it came up that Russell Neal from the group High Five. I like the way you kiss me when we're playing the kissing game. That was my shit. I am such a 90s music kid. You just don't understand. Y'all don't know what music is until y'all listen to the shit back then. And it's so fucking crazy because the music back then in the 90s, if you listen to how simplistic the beat and production were, most of the stuff, the beat wise and the way that they made it, it all sound damn near the same. But yet when you listen to the songs, it sound different. But the stuff was the same. But the songs sound different, if you get what I'm saying. That's some good ass shit. But all this shit today, it just all sound the same. It ain't shit sounding different when you listen to it. It just all sound the same. But Russell Neal, he's in police custody after they found his wife, him in the apartment with his wife, and she was dead. Couldn't find out, they said that he stabbed her up. Now, I'm just like, like, what is going on with these people just killing their wives? Just if you don't, you get into an argument. I know sometimes it's hard to control yourself. You get so angry and you want to hit a bitch, you want to shank a bitch, but don't do that because it's wrong. Because you have to think about what's gonna happen if you do this stuff. But then again, you're in the heat of the moment. Okay, you see red, but still, I just can't fuck a bitch over like that if I'm supposed to be in love with this person. Like, if it ever gets to that point, just and walk away, okay? You can just grab and walk the fuck away, but some people just can't do that, you know? Some people just gotta immediately go ahead and take action. I really want to know what happened. Because this is not how you supposed to come back into the news after being gone all this time. And then you come back on some negative shit. Like, a few weeks ago, we just had that dude that killed his wife. Now he want to plead not guilty. Bitch, please. You said you did, but now you want to say you didn't. Get out of here. Um, the last thing in entertainment news. Okay. Stevie J and Joseline Hernandez. Apparently, they're broken up. And oh, it's not Joseline who had enough. It's Stevie J who's doing this because he found overwhelming evidence, so they say, that Joseline has been cheating on him ever since they was together and with multiple rappers. I know there was a rumor that came out that said that she was pregnant at one point by a rapper. Could have been Rick Ross. Somebody hacked into her account and was putting all this stuff. Now, y'all can tell when Joseline stuff been hacked. And it's always a scandal around it. And just look at the writing. You know, Joseline does talk the way that she tweets the way that she talk, but you can still kind of understand it. That other shit, it looked like fuck up gibberish. That was not her. You know, she was hacked, and I kind of figured that out when I saw the tweet. And you know, who in the middle of a scandal going all of a sudden just go ahead and admit to what they did and put out names and say what they did and how many people that they did and all that stuff and put screenshots of this person and that person. But anyway, they claim that they not together no more. We'll see how long this lasts, because don't they always break up and get back together? And maybe this another storyline for Love and Hip Hop. Meanwhile, Mimi probably like, you lose her the way you get her. But bitch, you can't say nothing either. But I don't know. That was basically it that I really wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, did y'all see? Okay, so if y'all did not see Married to Medicine last week, Shay Johnson, aka Bucky, who was on Flavor Love, and then she was Scrappy Dip in season 2 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Um, she was on there last week, and she was talking to Mariah, the girl Mariah, and basically saying, you know, what she heard about Rico and what he was saying and all this stuff and yada yada yada. Come to find out, Rico and her were friends. Now, everybody is friends with everybody. See, this is what happens when you call everybody your friend and they're really not. They're just associates, okay? Just because you meet someone and you have a conversation here and there, that does not make them your friend, okay? You know? And basically, I guess they go back years. And she read the piss out of him on Instagram, put his shit on blast, talked about his clothing, talked about how we had a falling out and I was still supporting your clothes and all that stuff. Girl, what happened? I'm sorry. But yeah, I like I said again, I mean it makes for it makes for entertainment for some people and drama and all that stuff, but lately I've been feeling nauseous. Okay. It makes for good entertainment for some, and you know, blog posts on blogs and people to get hits or whatever on blogs and all that stuff. But it's just real stupid to put your business out there and draw all this type of negative attention. I just don't like. I'm getting over and I'm tired of the petty little beefs that goes on within this industry, whether it's entertainment or, whether it's acting and music or any type of the entertainment business as a whole. That shit with Nicki Minaj and Iggy Azalea. Iggy, it was just like, it's stupid. Which Nicki said she wasn't throwing shade at Iggy. I doubt that shit. But, it is what it is. Just because then you give it to the fans, and the fans just make it so much more bigger instead of letting it die down. When y'all could have, after you put it out there online, and come to find out, y'all probably talked about it, but yet the fans on both sides gonna keep the stuff going, And then you got another dumb beef, K Michelle versus L Varner. I didn't even know they was friends because I don't keep up on K Michelle. I truly just don't care. And it's like she's beefing with somebody all the goddamn time, all the time. Why? Now you mad because somebody wrote a song and all that stuff? It's just stupid. Keep your stuff to you. Okay, everybody does not need to know it because people that's fans of you could be fans of her too, and that's just fucking petty. Get over it and move the fuck on. Settle this shit behind closed door. Um, that's basically it. Okay, so for some of the people that was asking last week, I did mention on my hit the floor review that I've been watching Power and I didn't have stars the way it comes on Saturdays, so I've been watching it online. The site that I use to watch movies and videos, TV shows or whatever, anything that I miss and some of the new stuff that comes out is vodly.to. Okay, and it's a free site. If anything pop up saying that you need to pay for anything, you click off of that because that ain't what it is. If you're looking for movies, once you put the page up, it's automatically gonna go to the movie page and you just type in whatever movie that you're looking for in the search box. It's a tab that says TV show. If you're looking for a TV show, click on that tab and then type in your TV show that you're looking for. And you can get caught up. Power is definitely on there. And they got all the recent episodes so far up to date from the beginning to last week's. And yes, I have been watching True Blood. This is the last season, and I'm just like so confused as to what is going on. I mean, and how it's going to turn out, I should say. I just don't like the fact that the whole town is so against Sookie, and thinking that she's the one that brought all this turmoil to the town that's going on. You got this crazy, sick ass vampires that's going around stealing humans and devouring town after town after town until there's no one left, and now they're in Bonton. And of course, when stuff like this happen, you get a group of people who want to take matters into their own hands and get their own little militia, and they turn basically the whole town that's left turned themselves against Andy and Sam and Sookie and all them, and it's a mess. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen tomorrow. Tara, mama, oh Tara. Mm, mm. But let me be honest. Tara was kind of losing it for me, like losing my interest. I like Tara way better in season one when she was just a bitch. Like she was just a sarcastic bitch, and I just loved her for it back then. But when she passed it, when they killed her in the first episode, I was like, what? What? And now the mama is hooked on that V because she has to use it to get better. She gonna sting her own hand in the frying pan just to get that girl. Girl, it's just because she want to hear what Tara gotta say because her soul is stuck between heaven and hell. No, girl, you just high as shit. Okay? But, yeah, that's what I've been watching. I don't know. That's basically all that I want to talk about, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekends. And be safe. Because I know they still out there popping the firecrackers and stuff. But, yeah, y'all be safe at y'all cookouts and everything. And I'll see y'all later. Peace. Oh, yeah. Sing your love to the Ghetto View, too. Still not, she had to go through surgery and all that stuff. And, go check up on her and see. Send her love to you. So, yeah. Peace out.